Hi boys and girls. Today I am back in my classroom that you guys don't come to anymore, but I'm recording another video for you to talk to you about cutting. We are going to be using scissors today and we are going to be cutting. So I want to show you how to properly use your scissors. There are rules to using scissors. First off, they are dangerous because they cut things. So we should never point them at ourselves. We should never point them at neighbors. We should never walk with scissors like this. We have to walk with scissors, if we're walking with scissors, down, and we put the sharp part in our hand so we cannot hurt anybody. So if we are walking around with scissors, which we really don't need to do, but if we are, we hold them like this so they're safe. Now, we're going to talk about cutting. We use the scissors by putting our thumb in the little hole. Okay, our thumb goes in the little hole, and our fingers go in the big hole. Now, I like to put all of my fingers in the hole. You might only want to put 2 fingers in there. You might put all of your fingers in there. Whatever fits for you. My pinky doesn't really fit in there very well, so I'm not going to put my pinky in there. And we're going to practice cutting. So this is our paper we're getting today. And we're going to be cutting on the lines. So we're going to cut all of these lines. And I'm going to start out by cutting the straight ones because they're easiest. And I'm going to work my way to the harder lines. So I'm going to show you the easiest way to cut. So I'm going to put my fingers back in my scissors. Use our fingers to open and close them. And when we're cutting, the best way to cut is to hold your scissors straight right in front of you. So they stick out straight. What we don't want to do is this with our scissors. It makes it really hard to cut. If you keep them straight right in front of you and you move your paper, it's a lot easier. So let me show you what I mean. I'm going to hold my paper and I got my scissors straight and I'm going to cut right on my line. And I'm pulling my paper, my scissors are staying straight, they're not turning, and this hand is pulling my paper. So I'm trying my very best to stay on the line and cut my strips. So I'm going to keep going and show you the harder ones here. So I'm going to cut this one. Now you guys should be cutting on your desk. I'm cutting in the air so I can show you what I'm doing. You can't see me down here. But if I'm cutting here on my desk, I put my scissors in. This is much easier for you guys to cut right on your desk. You can even set your hand against the desk. That makes it easy too. Now, when we go to cut the harder lines, it's better to move your paper and not your hand with the scissors. So my paper moves, my scissors are staying straight. My paper and my hand are moving, my scissors are staying straight. It makes it a little bit easier, okay? So I'm going to keep going, and I really should be doing this on my desk. Much easier. Okay, when we get to these ones, it's the hard one. So we're going to, now this one you might have to turn your scissors for, but I still like to turn my paper best. Now I'm going to show you a little trick for these last guys. Okay. These ones, we have a row of triangles we're going to cut out. When we cut triangles, it's a lot like losing a tooth. If you have lost a tooth before, raise your hand. Okay. If we have lost a tooth and your tooth is wiggly, how do we get a wiggly tooth out? We yank it. So let me show you how to cut triangles the easiest way. If you use your scissors and you put one side up, okay, we're cutting toward the point, and then we pull our scissors out and we put the other side up and we pull our scissors out. I have a loose tooth. Look, it did not fall out. So I can try yanking. Just like a loose tooth. I pulled my loose tooth out. Now, if you try it and it doesn't come out. So I cut one side, pulled my scissors out, cut my other side, and I try to pull, and it won't come out. I need to go back to the dentist and have him do a little work. So I'm gonna use my scissors again, go back in and do another little cut, and now try. Oh, nope, I need to do it again. Let's see. And it fell out all on its own. If I am an expert scissor cutter, my triangles will fall off on their own. But that takes a lot of practice. So our goal, here's one more triangle. I'm gonna cut up one side, pull my scissors out. Cut up the other side. Let's see if I can do it an expert. Oh, nope, pull. And that's how we cut our triangles. Now, once we have all this fun stuff cut out, we're gonna turn it into something. What could these be? What could these be? So, I'm gonna choose a piece of paper. You'll get to see, you're gonna choose your own color. I'm gonna choose green. I'm gonna put my name on the back with my pencil. We know how to do that. Let's see, I am Mrs. Wiley. My name goes on the back. There's my name. I wrote it on there as best I could. And on the other side with no name, I'm going to make some art. So I'm gonna move you down a tiny little bit. Hopefully you'll be able to see. There we go. Okay, now you can see my desk. Whoa, okay. So now I'm gonna decide, what can I do with my strips? Could I have grass? Could I have a tower? Could I have clouds in the sky? So I'm going to decide what I want to turn these into. Now I have a finished one. I'll show you that one. Here I have turned my strips into an alligator in the water with some grass and a sun. He's saying, grrr. So I'm gonna glue my strips any way I want. I think I wanna make this a cloud. Now we learned how to use a glue stick last class, so we're gonna pull off our cap, put it a little tiny bit up, not a lot. Flip my paper over, and I can glue either side down, it doesn't matter. Push my glue stick onto my paper, rub it along, get my glue on there, flip my paper over, put it down where I want it. Now mine are gonna be clouds, so I want it at the top, and hold, and remember, count to 10. Count to 10. What should this be? I think this would make great grass. So I think I'm gonna cut it in half. So you're allowed to cut it again. And I think I'm gonna make this grass, so I'm gonna flip it over, glue it down, glue on the back. You can see I've got glue everywhere. Okay, I'm gonna flip it over. Not too much glue. It's not gloppy and messy. Stick it down, hold and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In my head, so I don't confuse my neighbors. And then keep going. Decide what else my little pieces of paper could be. Could I have a fence? Oh, sure. I could have a great fence if I cut these in half. Could I have, ooh, look. Could maybe I have a house? Yeah, there I could have a house. I could cut these, and I've got a great looking house. Could I have water? Could I have a snake? Could I have fish? Okay, so I want you to think about, ooh, could these be part of an airplane maybe? I don't know. I want you to think about what you can turn your strips into and your little pieces of paper, and you're gonna glue them down and make anything you want. So this is what I came up with. I did that alligator or crocodile in the water, but you can turn yours into anything you want. Bye.